What can we expect from me 2023? Well, I've been doing this 11 years, no breaks. I think 12 years now, but just nonstop momentum as usual. More TMZ appearances. You might catch me on the next season of a very popular show as well. Can't.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Key One-on-One. We got my boy Rarriant in the house. How you doing, Rarriant?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me this morning. I was wondering when I was going to get my invite to come on.
Yeah, listen, we've been saving you for 2023 because 2023 is the year of big things. So we couldn't do you in 2022. We had to wait until the new year started. You are our first interview of the year. So listen, I'm honored to have you here today because you are like a celebrity. You rub elbows with every person that I listen to in my playlist, every rapper and artist that I watch on TV. How does that feel being in a room surrounded by those type of people?
It's great. It's always great. It's like, wow, I made it here.
Yes, you did. Oh my God. So listen, Rari, I know your name comes from the favorite car that you like, Ferrari. Is that still your favorite car?
I don't know if I have a favorite car right now, but yeah, it came about. Instagram happened. I needed to get on. I was like, what am I gonna call myself? Because everything I tried to take was taken. So I'm like, I like Ferraris. So I took the ending of it and just added a R in the middle because Ferrari is Ferrari. So I made it Rarri and then Ant, A-N-T, Rarriant, short for Anthony.
Yes, I love it. That is so smart and genius of you. So I know your hustle dates back all the way until grade school. Like this did not just start with you. This didn't just start in 2022, 2021, 2020. This goes back to school. Let me know, where did you get that hustle mentality from? What made you start making sales and things like that in school and then transitioning to what you're doing now?
So in middle school, I saw some of my peers selling candy. I mean, I didn't really have a way to make money, but I knew there was things I wanted. So that just stayed in the back of my mind. So middle school, I witnessed the hustle of, selling candy and snacks in school. Then in high school, 9th grade, I got picked on because, I wasn't, into clothes and shoes and stuff like that. I would even skip class and I just remember saying, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but next year I'm going to have more shoes and clothes than everybody so this doesn't happen again.
Right.
Then, so I thought, I'm like, how can I make money? And I'm like, I can try selling things. So 9th grade, I got teased. My 9th grade year was horrible. 10th grade, I started selling honey buns, hot sausages, Pop-Tarts, pickled eggs, Skittles, Rice Krispies, Capri Suns, chips, just any and every snack that we had back in those days. I was selling it, and I was using that money to buy like all the latest shoes that came out that I liked and clothes. And then I became really popular because I was the guy selling candy, like I was the biggest snack seller in school, but I had all the shoes and the clothes and all of that. So 10th, 11th, 12th grade, that's how that happened. Now, how it transitioned was in 10th grade, I met a friend who was the school's DJ. Shout out to DJ Bop.
Shout out to DJ Bop.
So DJ Bop would DJ all of the homecomings, the pep rallies, the teen parties, the baby showers, the birthdays, just everything that was going on within our age group. Right. He was DJing. So I remember we would go DJ, I think like once a month. I would go with him to DJ once a month. at this venue, and it was this girl named Rebecca. She was throwing teen parties. So, and I remember Rebecca's lines. We would get there to set up so he could DJ, and the lines are always already starting to form before the doors open.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, wow, this girl's gonna make $10 to $15, maybe even $20 off of every person that comes in here. Wow. So then that stuck with me. So then when it came time, when graduation was approaching, I'm like, well, what am I going to do to make money now? Because I can't sell candy
anymore. Yeah.
And I'm not going to be coming here after school selling candy. That's whack. So I was like, oh, I can throw parties like Rebecca. So that same venue that Rebecca would use, I booked that venue the summer of my graduation, which was 2011, and I did my first party. It was a Nike versus Adidas party. So I thought, you know, just making a flyer, doing a Facebook event page, and just sending a bunch of invites that it was going to be lit, but it wasn't. I probably had like 2-3 people there. And then that's when I started to realize that it's not just about throwing an event, you also have to promote it. So then that's when I started to get into promotions. So I kept throwing parties, not giving up, and just getting creative with my promotion every time. Then people started hiring me to do their parties. So
hiring you like to do the promotions for their parties?
Depends. So a lot of people are not organized in the things that I do. So people would either pay me to organize their party, promote their party, staff their party, or even all of that. So
you was the one-stop shop for parties. You was the party man.
Yeah. Then I started doing artist releases. So now artists would start to contact me to put release parties together.
Oh, wow.
And then that's when I started working with Slip and Slide with their artist Tanir many years ago.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, so from the beginning, from you selling chips and honey buns, and let me just let you know this right now. I was in middle school, I was in high school before, and you guys were the man on the campus. Like that extra book bag that you guys carried around, we loved that book bag. If we did not have money, we're like, can you save me a honey bun for fourth period? I promise you I'm gonna have $1 left. So I understand the popularity that you gained throughout school, because every person that sold things at my school was the most popular person on the campus. Now, I did want to ask you that, and I'm happy that you brought it up. Like, how did you get into the industry and like your first set of celebrities? I know you said Slip and Slide, Tanir. Did you go to school with her? How did you link up with Tanir?
Okay, so not only was I didn't just do parties full time, but I'm not going to say I did it on the side. You know how when people have, like, I still had to get a job.
Right.
Once I saw that Nike versus Adidas party, you know, it wasn't
successful.
Yeah. I was like, okay, while I build this up, I have to get a job. So I was working at Forever 21, Guess.
We all work there.
Carlet Spring, Aldo, Kids Foot Locker, Champs.
You worked the entire mall.
Pretty
you just went from store to store.
Yeah, Gap. But yeah, I was at Aventura Mall. I worked at a lot of stores in the mall. But I used while I was working to promote my parties.
Yes.
Then I met a friend named Tyler. We would hang out outside of work, and then I met his friend. His friend's name, he's an artist, Jimmy Levy. I don't know if you may be familiar with him. So he was being managed at the time by Byron, or as many may know him, Clean Face Management. So Jimmy would see that I would throw these parties and things like that, and he was like, hey, my manager's looking for an intern.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, wow. He's like, yeah, you know, he's really tapped into the industry, yada, yada. So he brought my name up to him, and then I started getting all these phone calls. What? Oh, hey, such and such is watching you. This will be a great opportunity, yada, yada. So then Jimmy invited me to a studio session that Byron was going to be at. We met, and then from there I started interning.
It just kicked off.
I started interning for him. Then he asked, Jimmy had a new single coming out, so he asked if I could do him a single release party. We did it. Then when one of the attendees that came to that event worked with Slip and Slide and Tanier, so she was like, hey, we want to do something similar to this for an artist on Slip and Slide. Can we set up a meeting? I'm like, sure. So I got her contact. We spoke the next day. Then they invited me over to the Slip and Slide office. I met with her, Ted Lucas. They let me know. They let me know kind of what they needed. It was way more than a party, but Tanier had some hot singles, and they needed help promoting it. So that was my introduction to the music industry part of it.
Yes, and I just met with Tanier. She is such a beautiful soul. Like, I really enjoyed meeting her. All three of us need to link up one day. Like, me, you, and Tanier. Yes, for sure, for sure. So who would you say was some of your favorite artists that you have worked with? I know that you have rubbed shoulders with countless names, but if you had to name like a top three, or a top five, if we don't want to. Well, if three is too little.
I'm just gonna say a top one. One. Because it's been so, and the reason it's one is because it's so consistent. Yes. I love working with Trina, Yes. At this point where my relationship with her, I can, she can be booked wherever in the world and I can show up.
That's amazing.
I've been working with her for so many years, her and her team. So I'd have to say Trina. Like, I know everybody on the team. We have this relationship. I know how everybody is. And through working with her is actually how I got so many more of my opportunities. Working with Rap Snacks. The experience for kind of seeing what an established artist needs. Working with her is how I started building my knowledge of how to break artists and what they need to be successful and things of that nature. But Trina's led me to so many other things that's why I'm gonna say she's been my favorite to work with throughout the years.
Shouts out to Trina. I love me some Trina. I see you work with her all the time. Trina Day, every time she's on tour, you're backstage. So I can definitely listen. We could see that. We can see that the relationship is real. We can see that the relationship is genuine, and that you have her back and that she has yours. And I think that is a beautiful thing. So I'm down with the top one. I love it. I love your top one. I love that list. So I know you were on TMZ. How did that happen, Rari? How were you on TMZ and multiple times at that? We're talking about.
So currently with TMZ, I do a few times a month.
Okay.
I just get on there and give commentary. While I was doing my Instagram lives, I did over like 300 Instagram lives. So when I was while I was with Rap Snacks, we came up with the idea to interview artists. So so everyone wants to work with Rap Snacks, but not everybody can get on a bag. So we were just trying to figure out ways to still work with artists or incorporate them on the platform even without them being on a bag. So I started interviewing artists for the Rap Snacks YouTube channel. And then the pandemic happened. And then I couldn't do in-person interviews no more. And then that's corporate, so it's not like I could just do whatever I want to do. I have to
get approval.
I have to get approval for this and that. So I'm like, you know what? Until we could start this up again, I'm going to do Instagram Live interviews on my page on
Your platform.
On my platform,
right.
but still promote Rap Snacks.
Yes.
So people just paid attention. And then I have a friend who was like, hey, I see you're doing this and that. I think you'd be good for this TMZ thing. And then she put in a word for me. And then on the app, we message and they just ask me, are you available for the show today? Or some days when I wake up early and I have time and I don't have a busy day, I'll just write them, can I get on the show today? But they'll ask me, I'll ask them, whatever. But it's been pretty cool. I think I've done like 9 episodes so far. And then I'll be on there on Monday as well.
Okay, so we got to make sure we tune in on Monday. Do you know what the topics are about when they bring you on, or is okay?
Well, yes, but I get my topics a few hours before because it's new topics every day and things to talk about every day. So they'll send me a list of topics and then I pick my top 3 and then they give me 1 out of the 3. And then when they give me that one, I gotta research the topic, make sure I know what I'm talking about, and then we go live.
Oh, wow. Listen, that is amazing. So you have given me a bunch of information, which I love because I didn't have to pull your teeth to get any of these answers that I needed or that I thought I was going to need today. So I'm going to move over to our Trina challenge since Trina is your number 1. I got to see, do you deserve your Trina card or not? Are you ready for this challenge? Are you ready for this challenge?
Probably not.
Dun, 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 dun. Either way, you're going to get your Trina card because no matter if you know these answers or not, we know that you got Trina back and Trina got your back, okay? But we just going to do it for fun, okay? All right, so here we go. What is the name of the radio station that Trina hosts?
Well, she hosted, 99 Jams?
Ding, 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 ding. See, you talking about you're going to lose, baby. You winning. Okay, that's a 100% right there. Okay, can you name 2 of Trina's albums?
Yeah, we got The Baddest Bitch, and we got the one most recent one was The One.
Ding, 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 ding. You're doing good so far. Okay, and last but not least, Trina is known to do songs with the mayor of Miami, which is who?
Trick Daddy, of course.
Yes, Trick Daddy. Give me that. Okay. Listen, you get your Trina card. You already had the Trina card, but I'm going to give you an extra Trina card. Okay. You passed. You passed. So, Rari, now we got to dig into the personal life. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Are you ready? Remember, if there's anything that you don't want to answer, just answer it, okay? I'm just playing. All right, so Rari, tell me, are you dating anyone right now?
Not at all. I mean, funny thing is, I've never really been in a relationship, so
really, why not?
I've just always been,
you just a busy man.
I just been doing this since 2011, but nothing serious. But am I dating? To answer your question, no.
Rari, you gotta make time for dating in that busy schedule.
Would be nice. That would
you gotta
be
have
nice.
A work dating balance life, okay?
I think I do definitely need more of a balanced life, so you're not wrong.
You do. I can help you with that balance if you need help. Listen, have you dated anybody in the industry? You don't have to say their names.
No, remember I told you I never really
I don't know. You could be telling a story. How do I know that you're telling a story? Can we bring the lie detector tests? We need the lie detector test. Okay. All right. So you're not dating right now. You haven't dated anyone in the industry since 2011 or so, you say. So I'm going to take that for what it is. But I do have a relationship question for you, okay? So marriage rates have fallen from 50% to 45% since 2015. Can you tell me who is at fault for this? Is it the men's fault? Is it women's fault? Or is it both?
So with the 50%, did the marriages, is that 5% divorce, or are people not getting married as frequently? I just want to be clear.
It's people not getting married as frequently.
Oh,
yes.
I feel like
we got Rari contributing to that number because he's not dating nobody since 2011.
I mean, there's no right or wrong answer, but I'm gonna say people don't really care for marriage like that no more. At least I think it's like, look at, you know, I don't want to make examples out of people, but look at, you know, Diddy and Young Miami's relationship.
Right.
Like, I'm sure they're not thinking about marriage. I think we're just in a. I mean, I see people engage. I see whatever. I just don't think people care like that much about marriage. And hey, that could just be me, but don't take it from me because I'm not in like no relationship or have been dating or anything like that. So I may not be anyone to say, but I just think it's just the time. It's just the times that we're in. Like, people are more like, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but people are more, I don't know.
Yeah, and weddings are expensive.
Very expensive.
It's like $100, $200 a plate. Who has that kind of money these days? Like, let's start there. Let's start with the price of marriage. So, and then finding somebody to actually marry, the price of it, so on and so forth. Yeah, things get kind of crazy. So, what are your plans for 2023? What can we expect from Rarriant?
So 2023, what can we expect from me 2023? Well, I've been doing this 11 years, no breaks. I think 12 years now. Just nonstop momentum as usual. I'm going to hopefully go on tour with Trina. She has her Legends of the Streets tour. More TMZ appearances. You might catch me on the next season of a very popular show as well. Can't speak on that right now.
Don't speak on it.
But, you know, that's a big possibility. More parties, you know, Mondays we're at Hookaholics for Magic Mondays, hosted by Joy Young of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Tuesdays I'm at KOD. Wednesdays I'm at the Smoking Pie. So you can catch me there. I think I'm planning out my Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for the rest of the year. What else for 2023? Working with more artists. My birthday party's coming up.
So, and I was there last year. Thanks for having me. It was beautiful.
Hopefully we can have you this year. I don't want to do a club though this year. I want to make it like feel more industry. And stuff, but my birthday party's coming up, so I know the world's about to get sick of me. You know, Trina and them, like, they'll like when they hear Rari's birthday, they're like, "Oh my God, here come all the drops!"
We're ready. We're ready. Take the city over. Listen, Rari, I know whatever you have planned for 2023 is going to be big. Everything that I've seen you do 2022, 2021, and every year before that has been awesome. I'm always shocked and surprised when I see you post like, "Oh my God, he's with this person. Oh my God, he's with that person."
And a lot of that stuff is like random too. So I don't even know what all is gonna happen this year, but I'll get the most randomest calls for the most random tasks or things to do. But I'm here for it. A few weeks ago, I don't know if you saw, Nicki Minaj had flew me out.
Yes, for the Rap Snacks competition. I see you guys won. You, OG Curb, and all of that. I did want to talk on that just very briefly. How was that experience? I know she flew you out and everything. She made on her promise.
Yes, she did. So I used to be with the company and I used to just have fun promoting how I promoted, even though I'm not with the company now, but, you know, we all still have a great relationship. I still want to promote Rap Snacks from time to time because I still like Rap Snacks. So I saw Nicki was doing this Rap Snacks challenge. Whoever can do the best promo to her song Freaky Girl in the background with you incorporating her chips. Me, Curb, I, and another friend of ours, you know, we just got together.
Whose idea was it?
So it was,
when I seen it, I said, "Who came up with this crazy idea?"
So I told Curb what I wanted to do. I tried to come up with things, I couldn't. So he's like, okay, I'll come up with something, and he did. And he, I guess he choreographed the whole thing.
Wow.
But it was my idea for the challenge, and then it was his idea for what we did. But I knew I was gonna win the challenge because no, I did. No, if it's a challenge about promotion, I'm always gonna win. I want a flat screen TV for something related to promo. We won the Nicki Minaj thing, and then I also got one of my clients their first arena tour, and that was through behind the scenes a promotional challenge. So I've been calling myself the promo king lately.
Promo king in the house. You need a promo Kicking It with Key. Can you give us some Kicking It with Key promo, please? Jesus.
So any contest related to promo, I know I'm gonna win. So I knew I was gonna win that Nicki challenge,
and you did.
But she picked 10 people. But I knew we had that.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
And she posted us on her page.
She did. I thought that was so monumental. So that's why I said, whatever you have planned for 2023, unplanned, planned, random, the stars aligning, whatever comes up, I know it's going to be awesome. I know it's going to be big. So I'm happy that you were my first interview of this year, because you doing big things, we doing big things, and we're going to do some big things together, right?
Mm-hmm. What episode is this?
This is episode, I don't even know what episode we're on. I think you're probably my 5th one-on-one.
Oh, okay. Well, you're doing great as well. You've been killing it. The content is amazing. The guests that you've been having on are, great people.
Wow.
So just keep it up. I know this is going to be huge too, 2023. I'm excited to seeing you grow your platform as well.
Oh, Rari, I appreciate that. Listen.
And hopefully I can get some guests on the show.
Yes, for sure. Listen, none of this is done without my producer, director, Teddy J with Be The Model Studios. Him and I, we partner up together and we make it happen. So I really appreciate that, because we put blood, sweat, and tears into this. We drew blood this morning. We had to get up at 6 a.m. to be here this morning. I'm just playing. But no, Rari, thank you so much for coming out today. Listen, y'all, this has been another episode of Kicking It with Key one-on-one. There is definitely more to come. Bye.